to Jeff Lewis Obsessed, where we recap Jeff Lewis Live every night at 6 o'clock California time. I am Sarah in Texas.
And I'm Kelly in California.
How are you?
You know what?
Happy Thursday.
I'm happy for Thursday. The only thing, I have a problem of privilege.
What's
going on? Are you okay?
I'm seeing the mayonnaise haters. My husband is a mayonnaise hater, and I love mayonnaise. So I'm laughing that people are saying, enough with the mayo. I'm like, oh my God, I love mayonnaise so much. I love mayonnaise and I love Miracle Whip. Aren't they two different things?
Yes, they taste different.
Yeah, one's a little tangier. You have a problem with privilege. What do you mean?
Well, because I've had to lay on my back for so long recovering, I have this crick in my neck and it hurts so bad. And it's like I pulled the neck muscle just being a lazy bum.
Oh, you got to sit up taller. Our bed has a really tall headboard and it's solid wood. Yeah, so it's not, yes, I've seen yours. So it's not very comfortable to lay in. So we really have to pillow up if we're laying in bed or sitting in bed to watch TV.
I did spend a lot of time on my back. I did.
That sounds very sexual. I mean, if you work it right.
It wasn't.
Are you a pillow princess? So Tina has often said the term pillow princess. I didn't really know what it meant.
Really?
I think it means somebody that kind of lays in bed and doesn't do much. I didn't know that was the term.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah, so
maybe
I learned a lot from good old Tinks. Did you see on Cooking Kibitz tonight towards the end? I don't know who it was. Somebody asked if Doug was a top or a bottom, and I was like, I don't even want to know the answer. I mean, I think we know the answer, but I was like, I don't want to see Doug reading the question to him of saying,
I know,
are you a top or a bottom? I like discussing that amongst ourselves and our chumpettes and just hoping the chumps never hear about it. I don't want to think, y'all never tell me if anyone ever watches this. It's just us, and they never know that we're talking about their sexual habits.
Positions. But what's funny is that Stu said, here, put this on top. And Doug said, I'm not very good at being a top. I don't know if you caught that.
I loved it. I mean, the comments tonight, it was like every other comment was, Doug, quit talking. Then the other comment was, Stu, quit talking. I'm like, oh my gosh, you can't make anyone happy.
They're fine.
I loved it. They were like a bunch of old men. I loved it. A bunch of old married couple.
Yes, too many chefs in the kitchen. It was fine.
I loved it. Thought it was great. We both signed up. I hope y'all all signed up to subscribe to Chef Stu's subscription on Instagram. A couple of y'all DM'd me saying you were having technical issues. And I know you had a technical issue. How'd you end up fixing it?
So first Instagram alerted me, and it was just like Chef Stewart has a subscription. I clicked on it and looked at it, and then I didn't go to it at that time. And then later when he posted his story, I tried to click on it, and the link was not working. And I did it about 5 times, closed out the phone. I had to go back to the alert that Instagram gave me about Stu. So I think it's a glitch with Instagram.
So that's the one that ended up working. So the one I used was I just went straight to his
that didn't work either. The little subscription button. Yeah.
I know. 2 other people told me it wasn't working for them. One person I messaged to ask her if she ever got it fixed. And the other person just got a brand new phone and was thinking maybe that was the deal. I don't know, but they're all the badge. They said, hi, Christine, I saw you on the message thing. The badge, they said his subscription's already better than Gage's. I think he's already posted more than Gage posted in 3 weeks.
How much content has he already put out? He's already given us a recipe. He's given us behind the scenes. Yeah, I was going to say, this better not be like Gage. And I was like, no, he'll turn it up.
I think Stu understands the assignment.
There you go.
Yeah, Stu understands the assignment. So what he said, even on the thing, is once you DM him or once you reply comment on something, maybe, the badge will show up. But he even said on the Cooking Kibitz night, he's really good at answering DMs. He's almost a little too good. Sometimes he gets
in trouble.
Says a little much. Sometimes he's learning. But anyways, he said that he'll see that badge and he'll probably answer those DMs faster because he's going to know those are people subscribing. Those are what you would call like a super fan. You don't say it like that. It's like a super fan.
Sure. And it's just people that want to get his recipes, all that stuff. I mean, I send him a message and said, perfect. I love salads. I love to have like salmon or some kind of chicken, some kind of protein on a salad. And I like warm veggies in my salad. I know people don't like that, but like Brussels sprouts or
yum.
something. Yeah, so just different ideas of salads and dressings with vegetables you normally wouldn't put in a salad.
Yeah, he's always really good about responding. So send him some ideas, or in that group chat thing that he started on the DM. Right. You can post ideas there, DM him privately, send them to me. I'll make sure he gets them. He would love to hear our ideas. I've got a few ideas. So one idea that I've told you.
Hi, Doug. Doug,
shout out, Doug. We loved your cooking Kivens. We were just talking about how y'all seemed like a bunch of old married couple. We loved it.
Yes, it was wonderful.
So cute, so cute. I assume you're cleaning up your kitchen. He said they're going to have cheese sticks soon, so I guess Stu is going to work and then coming back.
Cheese sticks?
Is that what you said, Doug?
Fried cheese sticks? Like they sell it?
I thought at the end they said they were going to have cheese sticks, like Stu was coming back.
They said they're going to have these dicks.
Are you stop it? You have got to get laid, Kelly. My goodness, you've got wiener on the brain all the damn time.
I'm sorry. When you said at first cheese sticks, I thought you said these dicks, and that's why I was like,
you really thought I said that? No.
And then I played it up.
I said cheese sticks.
Cheese steaks. Cheese steaks. Doris, not cheese steaks.
Oh my gosh. Oh, cheese steaks is what they're having. So we can't cook
hear.
For the kids. Oh,
cheese
are y'all
steak.
Having cheese steak or cheese sticks? I'm so confused.
It's like the
cheese steaks.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds much better than cheese sticks. I thought they were having fried cheese sticks from the frozen section of the grocery store.
I like a good Philly cheese steak. They're good.
Oh my God, me too. But I never make it myself. I get it from a restaurant. Shout out, Angela. We met you in LA. You were so fun. Oh my God. By the way, okay, with Schwartzy and Schwartz and what's the name of their new bar that's opened up? Schwartz and Sandy's. That's one more reason I need to come out to LA again soon.
I know.
Jeff has got to do another Jeff Lewis live show. Doug, tell him we need another Jeff Lewis live show. Just in Burbank, the Flappers was now long as it doesn't smell like shit again. I mean, it really did have a sewer smell, remember?
It did, and we were right by the sewer. Excuse my hiccup.
So gross. But oh my God, a live show of Jeff Lewis Live and the Chumps and all the fans. Oh my God, we could pregame like we did last time.
It was so fun.
Such a big group at a restaurant having drinks and walking over to the Flappers. Oh my God, it sounds so much fun.
And Flappers, what was really cool is it was a smaller venue, so it wasn't a lot of people. In fact, we almost didn't get seats because we were a little bit late. And we also got to see Jay Leno open up for Todd and Monica, which was really cool.
Exactly. I loved it. Well, let's get talking about today's show with Carrie Lewis, who hadn't been on in a little while, and then Megan Weaver. They are so cute together.
They are. They are buddies. They will back each other up. They will go to war with anybody that comes across them. Yes.
Absolutely. Sisters. Matter of fact, it felt like Megan was trying to save Carrie because didn't it sound like when they were talking about the nap pictures, the nap gallery?
Yes.
Maybe that was something they talked about at breakfast and maybe wasn't supposed to chat about. And Jeff, of course, was like, oh, well, it's already out. So tell me about it, Carrie. And I'm like, oh my God, you're throwing her under the bus.
So hopefully maybe we'll get a Todd nap photo.
Oh, I would love that. And I did. Kayla's asking about Sarah. I loved her sister Sarah on Jeff on Flipping Out. I loved her.
Yes. And is
it you that told me that she just doesn't want to be on TV anymore?
Yeah. She doesn't. Yeah, she's not into that. She has a family now. She's married. Well, she got married on the show. They did that. That's another funny scene when they went to the bachelor party in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Jazz was there, and so was Trey. I have to find that because it's such a funny scene.
Yeah. So good. So good. So I didn't know. I knew Todd was obsessed with a lot of things. Hockey. I don't think I really knew he was obsessed with naps, game shows, Halloween, 4th of July parade. What else is Todd obsessed with besides Carrie? Does anyone think he kind of got slammed today?
I think that Todd, Jeff, and Tom are all on the spectrum. And that Todd, seriously, because like the way that Todd gets like hooked on something and he won't let it go, it's the same as Jeff. And kind of the same as his dad. Same with his dad. I didn't feel like he got dragged. I think Todd can be a brat and he gets his due diligence.
Oh my gosh. I just would have died if I were the husband and I was slammed about not answering the kid's phone call from their school. I would have just died. But I did not like it the way he was saying, like, oh, will you take care of this? I'm busy. And she's like, hello, I'm at a work conference. Like,
I think even though she does her real estate job, which I know she's really busy with that, she seems like she does the majority of, not necessarily maybe the childcare or getting stuff ready and all that the night before. I was thinking, why don't you make the lunches the night before? It's a lot. It's a lot to get a kid off to school. Yeah. It's no joke.
Yeah. But I almost felt like, and I know you, so, you are a single mom. Like you,
yes.
Right? I mean, I'm not telling you any secrets. Yeah, you've shared all this with us. But so you know what it is to be 100% making all the decisions. I almost feel like that's how Jeff and Gage get to be, though. I think it would be almost worse if they were still together and Monroe was 6 years old. I think that you don't do this. You didn't do this. I do more. I think that would be worse. And it made me think about that during today's show for some reason. It made me, as much as I love families to be together, and I'm very happy that Gage and Jeff are in a really good place with co-parenting. Right. And I think he's even used the word friends, which is wonderful. I think it would be a nightmare if they were still together and trying to raise Monroe in one household. I think it's better that they're in two separate households.
In fact, I think a lot of couples end up arguing about that when they're together. Well, not even when they're together, but they argue about parenting styles and what you'll let one get away with, and that one's manipulating you.
For damn
I'm
sure.
very happy making all the decisions. I'm glad that there's not another person like chirping.
Right. Right. And even when they're little, to me, I have 5 kids, and it was about, I do a lot of the stuff at the home because I'm a stay-at-home mom. You know what I mean? Right. That is my full-time job. So when I was a teacher for 5 years, then he took on a lot more because he realized, oh, shit, you really do a lot. But he really did pick up. So I can't give him any complaints. But we still don't really understand exactly what Todd does. But I think in a lot of households, I'm probably going to piss everyone off. I think in a lot of households, females, whether they work or not, mothers do a little more of the work.
Because even if you're not assigned to the work,
women get shit done.
That not only that, but your kids seek you out. Like, I believe, like being a teacher, they're always like, my mom. And I'm like, well, doesn't your dad help? No, my mom. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I have taught my kids, and so has Brian, like, hello, there's another parent here. But, you love those memes that's like the kids walk right past the dad that's laying on the couch napping to go to the mom to get something, who's busy, like loading the dishwasher. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Anyways, I did a poll today. Carrie is winning by a landslide. I'm not even sure he has a sympathy vote yet. No. So, what was it, $3,700? $3,400?
$3,400
to be spent on just the TV taxes alone. TVs are so cheap nowadays. Now, I know that's the whole sound system, but just $3,400 to be spent on the taxes?
That's so weird, because I've had people that I know, because living in Southern California, that they've gone on game shows and they've won stuff, and I've never heard them complain, but maybe they're just not in that tax bracket that Doug and Carrie and Todd
I've heard of that too, though. I have heard of, I was in the audience years ago of The Price is Right, and they do kind of pre-interview you. They're trying to see how excitable you are, if you're going to be good on camera and stuff. We actually neither one of us got called up, but I did hear about that sometimes, that people sometimes can't afford to win something. Now, I would be able to afford to win it because it would be worth more than the taxes cost. But I understand if you don't have that cash laying around, you can't pay it, or I don't know how that works.
Yeah, my sister and her husband got a ticket to Ellen's 12 Days of Christmas. Remember when she used to give all that stuff away? and they won all this stuff, just tons and tons of stuff. But the deal was you had to take it home that night. So they had to wait in gigantic. They won like bicycles and gift cards and like I want to say like $10,000 worth of stuff.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, you and I have talked about this. I am so over it. I do not see the blackface that others are apparently complaining about. I saw it say dirty face. Now, do I think he needed it? No.
Right.
But I thought he goes all out. And I love that he really hired a professional makeup artist to come and put that on. Now, what was he supposed to be? Not armed forces?
Well, that's the thing. He's supposed to be in the Air Force. So an Air Forceman wouldn't even have camouflage makeup on. So he didn't need it. And then Air Forceman also would not have on dance shoes or whatever he was wearing instead of his combat boots. He did just post a picture with him and Heather. I love the reel today. They're getting even better. Like Jeff sitting at drinking a martini, like thinking about stuff. Did you see the newest reel?
No, I think I shared it. Wasn't he talking about the outfit again though?
Yes, but if you watch the whole thing, it cuts to him sitting in his house with a martini and he's thinking about it. And the picture that he showed in the reel doesn't look like blackfaces to me is black with the white lips, that horrible stuff.
And he would have had his hands done. Why would he want to be a black army person? There's no reason he was trying to look African American. That was not his intent at all.
He didn't look like he had black face. He looked like he had bronze face. It just looked like he had just like super tan. So I think a lot of people, Jeff doesn't have a lot of fans sometimes. And people are always wondering how he doesn't get canceled. So I think sometimes they interpret stuff more heavily than it's intended to be. You know what I mean?
Speaking of fans, oh my gosh, we do have a TikTok called Jeff Lewis Obsessed. I really don't get on it much because it's all videos and I don't really understand TikTok, whatever. But anyways,
you do.
Huh?
All those weird videos you sent me?
Oh, well, that's just sharing it, though, on TikTok. The pimple popping videos that I was obsessed with till like 1:30 in the morning last night.
Yes. Sending me pimple popping videos. I was like, stop.
TikTok is the devil. I was literally like, it's the devil, literally. But speaking of Jeff's fans, oh my God. So this one video that I did, I was making a reel where I put up those pictures and I put that Taylor Swift song that Jeff and Stu love together. And I put it up everywhere, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok has like 10,500 views already in like a day, basically. But the comments, those people are so mean about Jeff. Like, I just don't feel like Instagram, there is mean. TikTok, it was like, poor guy. I feel bad for Stu. Jeff's gonna fuck this one up again. I'm like, oh my God, they creamed him.
Well, from what we know, before he used to always get dragged on TikTok when that guy was posting like the worst like clip-its from flipping out. And remember, and people were calling or sending him IG messages like, you're so rude to Zoila, you're racist, blah, 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 blah. So it seems like TikTok is not in love with Jeff.
Yeah. So anyways, totally different than Instagram. But even you and I talked about people must be DMing him privately and creaming him for the blackface because we haven't seen that really on like the Instagram feed.
Not
but
at all.
We're kicked out of most of the Facebook fan groups except for all things Jeff Lewis. We're not kicked out of that one. So shout out y'all. We love y'all.
Shout out all things. Thanks for sticking it out with us.
Thanks for not kicking us out for no fucking reason. But anyways, but yeah, I haven't seen any talk of that. So I really don't think,
Yeah, and he might be playing it up.
I was going to say that because not only today's Thursday and he's still talking about it. So which, kind of goes along with your theory of him being on the spectrum. Yeah. But he even said that last week about himself being on the spectrum. Didn't he say that?
Yes. And I think you said that before. I think it's obvious to a lot of people. It's not just OCD.
No. Yeah. Surely all the therapists he's had. Good Lord.
Oh, Lordy Jesus.
We kind of knew that he would bring up the picture that Megan had posted about giving Drew's 17th birthday yesterday.
Where she's giving birth
and she's like taking a picture of like her twat all out for everyone to see. I knew he would bring that up.
I've only had one child, right? And it was, I mean, I remember the doctor saying, when you go into labor, you're going to go fast. And I was like, yeah, whatever. But so the doctor comes in there, he breaks my water. 45 minutes later, I was holding Tyler. The doctor didn't even deliver Tyler because he was in surgery. But I will tell you that at no moment did I have the thought or the opportunity, like, hey, let me take a picture. Let me grab a camera. No, I was howling like a wolf. Literally, I turned into an animal. I remember the nurses were like, I had no control of my body. It freaked me out.
Did you have medicine? Pain medicine?
No, natural, because I didn't get a chance to have an epidural. I could feel her moving down my spine. It was the craziest.
So so I've had 5 kids with no medication by choice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but so what the ring of fire means, where you feel that burn, it's like your perineum is ripping.
It is.
It is ripping, for damn sure. But I kind of had the same birth experience as Megan did. It was a party. My dad was in there. Now, my dad was 6'5", so my dad's very tall, but he very much stayed up near my head. Yeah. And then I think my mom held a leg. I think my husband held the other leg. But before it, I mean, we were all a party. All my friends were in there. It was a huge party. We were watching TV. It was wonderful. So I kind of had that whole thing like Megan did with my firstborn.
Yeah, I guess I just never thought to take pictures. In fact, my mom took a picture, and I got so mad because I found it in a family album, and I'm like, why is this in here? And she's like, Kelly, it's beautiful. And I was like, no, it's not. It's my privacy. Get it out.
Oh, I love that. What did you think about Kian? He got don't they realize he does not want to be on the microphone? He does not want to be on the microphone.
And now that Jeff knows, he's just going to torture him till the day he dies.
Oh, do you think that's why he did it?
Well, not yet.
He led up into it. He was like, we're going to talk about vanity plates when we return. I was thinking, who? Like, they know Jeff will ream them. So Kian must have never known that they reamed Chef Stu about the vanity plates, last November when he met him.
To be honest, I've almost gotten a vanity plate before for Depeche Mode, but I just was like, see that. Yeah, I actually have one at work that somebody gave me, their old vanity plate of Depeche Mode, but I was like, cool. But it's like tattoos. You're like known from that point on. So if you're a criminal, they just have to say, look for the star on your eye or whatever. Same with cars. Like if you have something that identifies your identity, it's very dangerous. And so I was like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. I drive so shitty. I would never want any identifying factors on my car. Yep. I don't try to. I'm just a terrible driver. So I'm aggressive. Even as a mom, I'm never the one that puts all those stickers on my car. For one thing, we had 5 kids in every activity known to man. So the back of my cars would have been just filled with all those stickers. So I was never one to have all that crap on my car.
But did you know that law enforcement tells people not to put those stickers on your car? Oh. Again, you're compromising your identity. A stranger could come to your kid's school and say they saw your sticker that they are on varsity basketball and just be like, hey, your mom told me to come pick you up for varsity basketball. Oh. And you never put the ones with their names. Never do that stuff. It's very dangerous. Dangerous.
Also, the signs in your front yard, we have had those where it's like varsity volleyball with their name and number. Right. And it lets them know, they've got a high school girl that lives at that house. And it's like, people are why do creeps have to ruin everything? Why can't we just live in a nice world? Perverse. I mean, we're all Jeff Lewis fans. Do we really want a nice world? Maybe not.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't want perverts. I don't want perverts in my life.
I mean, I think Jeff Lewis Live is a bunch of perverts too, but we all love it.
We're probably perverts when you think about it.
I think if we did a poll, people would say we'd probably talk about gay sex a lot.
I'm terrified for the day that my principal calls me and she's like, I got these things about you and you're taking poops all the time and you're punani and it's petite.
Speaking of punani, I love Pepper stories as much as anyone. I don't necessarily want to hear about her itchy vagina. What is she, 8 or 9 years old?
I think she's 9 or 10, yeah. But I think what it was chafing. But I love the Pepper stories, but it kind of is a bit of an invasion of the Pepper.
Well, and at some point it just comes across because other parents could hear it. And then even if they don't mean to, I could see someone talking to their husband or wife in the kitchen. And it's like, oh my God, did you hear Carrie Lewis on the radio? You know, people are bitchy and I can just see it going that way. And then the little kid hears it and then they're like, Pepper has an itchy vagina.
Actually, 6 months ago, that maybe even longer, people were criticizing Carrie and Todd's parenting, not realize on Facebook and on and Instagram too, not realizing that Pepper has special needs, and so her behavior.
They don't really address it. They don't exactly address it.
Jeff did the next day, though. Jeff did the next day, and he was like, "Hey, lay off. They're doing the best they can. Right. I see the humor in it, and Pepper has, some special stuff."
Oh my God, she's hilarious. She's got to be so much fun, but it is. It's a lot of they're going to have trade-offs of things they have to deal with, and some things they don't have to deal with because of Pepper. Right? Don't you feel like? Yeah.
Yes, so. And I love the story. The meow, meow.
Yeah. Well, and she's brilliant though. Even like Jeff said, she played them all. She knew that her mom was out of town. She knew they would call Dad, and Dad was just like, oh, yeah, eat the cafeteria food. You'll be fine. She's like, yes. She freaking hid that food in some random guy's backpack.
Not only that, even the kids at my school that bring their lunch, they're always sad because they see the cafeteria food, and they're like, oh. I'm like, it's free. Tell your moms and dads you don't have to have lunch. Come get it at school.
Oh, they want the cafeteria food. Yeah. So I don't think they've started yet. Or is Doug still on? I don't even know if Doug's still on. Sometimes he's cleaning his kitchen. He is watching. Hey, Doug, when are you starting Ozempic? And are you excited about it?
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like he's doing Ozempic and Megan's going to do Mounjaro. So I think they're going
to compare notes.
Is it a good time to do it right before the holidays? Because it makes you not want to eat. Oh.
I would do that.
Oh, to feel better. Whenever she saw the kid in the wheelchair, you go, feel better. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm not on it.
Doug's not on it. Are you going to try it, Doug?
I went I had my doctor appointment today, and I talked to her about the hormones and like trying to get this all. She's like, well, you need to come in and see me. I'm meeting my doctor end of month to talk about Mounjaro. So I'm going to end up talking to her about it when I go for my physical.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I know anyone. I do know someone on it. I do know someone on Mounjaro.
But what about what Carrie said? Like, as soon as you go off, then you're like, eat like a pig and gain more. That's usually what happens with those kinds of diets.
I know, but I think any diet is like that. So why not try it if they want? You know what I mean?
And
I did sort of love Jeff and Megan talking about, we're not living past 60 much anyway. So what's it matter? Our livers are going to fail.
You know how I was telling you about my diet of laying in a bed and only eating 800 calories a day because you're laying in bed for 2 weeks? So I lost like 10 pounds. I gained 5 back already. So it was fake. It was fake weight loss.
But when you start moving around, when you start getting back to teaching and walking your cat, by the way, you've got to video you walking the cat.
I think I have. I'll do it again.
You posted it?
I thought I did on here.
Well, maybe I'm thinking you sent me a video.
Yeah.
Of Mateo. And I don't remember you posted on Instagram, but maybe you did. I'm thinking it was a video you sent me. Do you like Benihana?
I do, but I agree that it's quite an overwhelming smell. I've never got a tummy ache from it, but I do like it. I mean, but I would not want to go for Thanksgiving. Hell no. That sounds
no. And someone said once a year. So when I started dating my boyfriend at the time at 16, our first date was Benihana. Now I look back on that and I'm like, oh my God, that's kind of an expensive restaurant for 16-year-olds. So we went every year on our anniversary, our dating anniversary. We dated for 8.5 years from high school to like 25. So every year we would go. But after a while, after 7-8 years, I was kind of like, we only went once a year, so it was tolerable. But I don't think I want to eat that kind of food once a year. That's kind of a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. People are asking about the side effects. I don't know too many side effects. I know that some people have complained it makes them nauseous, which is kind of why you don't want to eat. And then when you get off, you kind of gain the weight back. So that's the only side effects I know of.
Right. So I've heard of like Andy's saying, gas, constipation, headaches, nausea. Some people take that medicine for nausea. But the thing is, it makes you not want to eat. Somebody even said on Andy Cohen's show that they had to force themselves to even eat 400 calories a day. Krista Lamas, I think it was in a DM, she said to me, she goes, or maybe she said on the radio. No, she wasn't on the radio. It must have been a DM to me. Anyways, but she said the day before she realized, I didn't even eat the day before. Like, I have never gone a whole day and not realized I didn't eat. Wouldn't you be tired and no energy, though?
I get a massive migraine if I don't eat. So I could never be an anorexic, even though I'd really like to. I can't because I don't know how they do it. Like, I get a migraine. It's horrible.
I mean, I am all for losing weight, totally. I love that it works for some people. I definitely think it is an option, and I think science will continue to make it even better and work for more people and limit the side effects. So that's what I hope.
Yes.
And make it more cost effective. Good Lord, it's expensive without a coupon.
You know, and also that Plenty thing they were talking about today, how it fills up your gut so that you're fuller faster. I'm like, just eat a bunch of veggies and then it's good for you, and you would still be filling up your gut.
Oh, but that's easier said than done. That's just like saying, well, just don't eat sugar. Just go to the gym. I mean, it's easier said than done. Taking kids to soccer practice so you can stay in the car and take a nap?
I loved it. I was like, I'm all for that.
Really? I guess I'm not a big napper. It's never dawned on me. In all the sports practices, so many that we've taken our kids to, I'd rather get out and talk to the friends, though.
No.
I would never sit in my car and take a nap. I am all about talking to all the other parents and hanging out.
I have a hard time napping anywhere but my bed, but I have fallen asleep many a time while Tyler was in dance and I was waiting in the car.
Oh, I can totally see that. The only time I would think that I've seen people do that is one daughter played softball and our son played baseball. So sometimes, depending on the schedule, you'd have like a 2 or 3 hour break. And if you were like an hour from home, it didn't really make sense. A lot of times we'd go to a restaurant and just hang out. But as we're walking to the car, I would see some dads that had leaned their seat back, and they were totally sleeping in the truck or something. So I have seen that. But I'm kind of like Carrie. I don't think it's comfortable to sleep in a car. So
it's not. You have to be very tired. Tanner was saying he doesn't want people to look at him. I just put a hat, like Todd did. I put my hat over my face, and then I'm probably.
Speaking of that, one of our favorites, Jackie Schimmel's Instagram. She is on a binge this week of talking about eating in her car by herself.
Oh, yes.
Somebody parks next to you. I'm like, I DM'd her and I said, I responded to the Instagram story, which goes as a DM. And I was like, oh my God, I would leave in a heartbeat if somebody parked next to me. You deserve privacy. Like, you don't want even 2 cars away this way, 2 empty spaces that way. I don't want anyone near me if I'm eating Taco Bell or Jack in the Box in my car.
I would hold up my monster taco and cheers them and say, yes, we're on the same way.
No way. I want complete privacy. Absolutely. Absolutely. What did you think about Jeff saying that Todd and Tom are super cranky in the morning? I think Jeff's probably, he kind of admitted it recently whenever he kind of went off on Aurora for like talking while he's at the desk working. I'm like, oh my God, she's probably asking if he'd like a cup of water.
He's a bitchy queen in the morning. I know he is. I've seen, no, I haven't. I'm just saying, but no.
You roll over in bed next to him?
Yes.
Wouldn't all the haters love to hear us talking about that? Oh yeah, I just knock on his door and I sleep with him at night. Good Lord.
I think Todd and Tom are probably a little bit grumpier, but I think Jeff's a bitchy queen in the morning.
Oh, bitchy queen. I love that Pepper tends to get sick during math time.
Hey, a girl's got to do it.
To me.
It's
math
so funny because don't say that. It's not hard. You have to stick with it. It's like another language. I didn't like it either.
I'm not smart. I'm like Stu.
Well, that's why I teach TK, because I'm just talking about counting to 20.
Yes, that's why I could teach kindergarten and pre-K, and then PE. Of course, I love speaking PE. Well, let's wrap things up. You want to tell us about music?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, tomorrow's Friday already. Tomorrow's Patty Stanger. She hasn't been on in a while.
She hasn't. Today we had Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield, and I thought, she's talking about him and Stu and how their future's unwritten, and they're trying to figure it out.
Love
and then
it.
We had Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon.
I faked asthma for 3 years to get out of gym class. Oh yeah, we definitely had kids that gym was the worst subject of PE.
And they come with I had a little second grader one time bring me a note that he wrote, and it said, "Dear Miss Herrera," spelled wrong, "I hurt my leg, signed Mom." And I was like, Julio, who wrote this note? He's like, I did. And I said, sorry, you got to go to PE. It was cute.
Oh, I love that. And then you have kids that PE is what they need. Like they need to get the energy out. So
yeah, it's like, go to PE, go run, please get out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I hope everyone watched Doug Buden and Chef Stu on Cooking Kibbutz. If you didn't, it will always be up on Doug Buden's Instagram. And Chef Stu now has a subscription. So somebody was asking on the Cooking Kibbutz what that is. So he's the first one that I've ever signed up for. But I know what it is. They give extra content. So he'll still have regular content on his Instagram. But you'll get kind of exclusive insight.
Not pull. Exclusive.
I thought you were saying porn. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Not porn. But I would love to see a little bit, or I love the idea of like him forgetting to get the waters as they're going to bed, and then just videoing him walking up the stairs like, oh, I forgot the waters, but I'm going to get it. And then you hear Jeff in the background, dude, can you get me a water? Like, I would love that.
I don't think you're going to get that. Just
a little tidbit of their life. No. I'm manifesting it.
Okay. Maybe he will. Maybe I would love to see him cook a dinner for Jeff at his apartment. I think that would be good. Watch him prepare it, and then we can get a little sneak peek.
Oh, I like that. Maybe for their Valentine's for 1 year. No way. If they make it 1 year, Jeff's probably going to take them to $1,000 meal. There's no way he would just, I don't know. It sounded like Jeff really enjoyed the meal and just kind of being at home a few weeks ago when they got back together. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I also just posted a picture from Doug's Cooking Kibbutz. I found a shot that wrapped up the whole evening. It's on my stories. Please enjoy it.
Oh, good. I'll have to go look.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Chumpette. Shout out for joining us. We will see you back tomorrow night. I was trying to go to Heather McDonald, but I don't think I'm